This morning, we continue to follow a developing story in Wells County. Last night, a small plane crashed in a field southwest of Bluffton. Overnight reporter Rod Hissong continues our coverage this morning. He is live where police have secured the crash site. Rod, good morning.
Hi there. Good morning, Tara. Yeah, the sun just starting to come up, as you can see behind me. But if you drive by here just southwest of Bluffton at 200 west and 200 south, you wouldn't know that the small plane had crashed. If I step out of the way just a little bit, just to the right of that barn, there's kind of a hole in the corn. That's where the emergency workers were walking into the field last night. They've all left this morning. Just a sheriff's deputy left here to keep the crash site secure. Federal investigators from Indianapolis expected here around 10 o'clock this morning. Here's what we do know. Around 9 o'clock last night, a small plane crashed into a cornfield just west of Miller Airport. A couple hundred yards to the runway, really, from about where this crash site is at. There were two people on board. At least one person was airlifted to a hospital in Fort Wayne. We do not know their conditions. Even talking with the sheriff's deputy here this morning, no one releasing the conditions of those two individuals. Also, a lot of questions here that are left unanswered that federal investigators will start looking at, such as the weather conditions at the time of the crash. We know the observation at Fort Wayne Airport around 9 o'clock last night had visibility at 10 miles. The winds were calm. There were a few clouds. The FAA or NTSB, whoever decides to take on the investigation, will also look at the aircraft itself to see if there's any damage to the engine, perhaps if there's propellers on the aircraft, if there's anything there that was damaged. If they get a chance to talk to the pilot, they will look at that as well. We're right at a farmhouse. Just that barn, as I pointed, is kind of the most eastward side of the property. Don't know if that might have come into play. The airport here, just turf runways, so it's just the grass. There's no lights, there's no towers. So pilots, as they come to and leave the airport, they just make a radio announcement on the frequency that they're departing or taking off. So a lot of questions here that investigators will be looking over as we get more information. Of course, we'll pass it along for you here on First News and, of course, on Wayne.com. We're live in Wells County this morning. Rod Hissong, News Channel 15.